Hey guys, hope you're doing well and great. Alright, in today's content, I'll be sharing you about how to forecast your business sales. In this content, we are going to be sharing about DPR, which is a daily production report, and how to use the daily production report to forecast your business sale. Alright, with that, let's get into the content for today. Alright, guys, welcome back. Alright, let's get into our content for today. We are going to talk about how to forecast your business sales, right? It could be with a virtual kitchen, ghost kitchen, cloud kitchen, whatever, as long as it's a food service and for your restaurant. So, the first questions that uh, you have to ask yourself is how far do you know your numbers? I have been in this food industry for quite some time, and believe it or not, I met and operate with many business owners. Out of 100, just only about 3% knows their number. The 97, they don't. One of the thing, they do not know how to, or they rely on other people. The third thing, they are exhausted, burnout, they don't have a time to look into their numbers. But if you do not know your number in business, you are putting yourself in a very risky position. So you have to know your number very well. So for that reason, in this content for today, forecast your business sales, I'm going to share you information about DPR, right? So let's talk about what is DPR. So the thing here is, do you know your numbers? It is true that many independent business owner does not have a system to monitor their numbers. You have to know, you have to use the system. And if you can, I will share you the link, and or if not, then you can create your own uh, DPR system using Excel sheet. So in today's content, we will talk about DPR. What is DPR? DPR stands for Daily Production Report. It is the backbone for your business at the same time, because you have to understand uh, what products are you producing per day. Is it necessary to produce it? Depends on the season, the time, the place. Right, so you gotta know all this information, and you will be able to see this through your DPR report. In any large scale production, this is used, and in the food restaurant business as well. As I've been in the food industry, I have been using DPR for many business, and I provide them guidance, instructions, and steps to maximize their sales, profit, and minimize their loss, which is by discarding and not preparing food that are not moving or selling, right? Okay, so what is DPR? DPR is the report that a manager, staff, or a production team must maintain a daily input and output and the targets, right? Input can be resource, equipments, and a series, and outputs are the complete products, right? It is very necessary to make a dual report. It is very necessary to make a daily report on production, as it provides detailed information about what product has been made and what are not done and why. Right. So you will be able to give yourself a feedback on uh, what you should do and you shouldn't when you are producing your food on a daily or hourly basis. So the essential part of daily production report uh, key contains following key elements, right? This is my way of doing. You are allowed to do the way you think. You will be able to get those numbers kind of clearly. So what I usually does is that I just put up order number or product name, product number. number of orders and sales quantity per day, per week, per month, all right, and leftover and the item that you discard, and then you account everything with the data and week of the month. So basically, you are having a daily records of your production report. So a daily production report should be a complete overview of the day's production, and it will show you how much closer it is to complete to the target demand. So basically, here is my DPR. I have designed this for our content purpose only, but if you'd like to know about more about these things, I'll be happy to share with you. And if you would like me to come check your DPR report or your sales, and also guys, if you would want me to go through about your business, please feel free. I do consultation on business for food industry as well, as I have accumulated a lot of experience from this industry. I would be able to share you a great insight about your business, right? But if you don't not want to use my service or anyone's service, then this is something good for you that you can use for yourself, creating your own DPR report, right? So what you want to do here, the first thing on the top list is the date, right? So you want to mention the date, the month, the year, and also leftover, return, damages, and discarded. That's very important. So on the product name, you have on the column on the left side, and then uh, you have to monitor every day, right? So you use Monday, Tuesday to Sunday, whole week cycle, and then put it a leftover the production. So now let's go move to the samples items, right? Sunday's leftover, number of item produced. So let's say uh, the first thing that you see here on the Monday calendar, sorry, Monday list, is that on Sunday the production was 25, right? So, but on a Monday, the last week Sunday, you let's say your item number one was prepared 25. You got a 25 order, but then somebody just returned, claimed damage or whatever, right? It happens in food industry when, especially when somebody ordered the food, it was prepared incorrectly, somebody returned, or the food was delivered with a damage and all. So there is always something, right? You know it. So let's say in this scenario, we have on a Sunday, last Sunday, for example, uh, you prepared 25 items, the number one items, and on the following Monday, you see that the leftover of the return were 3. Similarly, on Tuesday, following Tuesday, your production was the 20, but of Monday, you know it, the number one items was prepared 15 package that you prepared, but on Tuesday morning, it was seen. Your statement shows that there was a to return or damage or things that you have to discard, right? So here, if you looked at the graph and this one on the Thursday, right? So let's say on Wednesday, you prepared 30 items, but on a Thursday morning, 2 were left over, right? So in this case, you know it, like how many, by the end of the week, you know it, like how many items that you have produced and how many items were discarded, right? And you want to actually have this record for the whole year. The reason, because you can compare this report every time, because the food industry is totally based on, it's very flexible, first thing. The second thing that you have to understand is based on your location. If you are in a tourist place, it's going to be very seasonal. If you are located in somewhere in the coastal area, say for example beach or something. For example, in Florida, if you are in Miami and your business is somewhere close to the beach, it's going to be very flexible. Similarly, you will see the same scenario if you're in Orlando area, very close to the Disney World, you will find that the same thing, right? But if you are living in somewhere in a countryside or like a suburb area, probably you may see kind of the graph are stable, right? But then at the end, you will know your data very well, so you can uh, get yourself prepared for what to expect during that season, that time, and that hour of the day, right? Why do we have to create this DPR? Well, the history of DPR was started when company used to produce a lot of, you know, products. Sometimes they want to set the deadlines and the number of quantity, and they didn't have the way to trace out where are we, uh, you know, lacking the process of producing the mass amount and get it sales in timely manner, right? So anything that you produce, you prepare, you don't want to keep it for too long, because if it's not sold out, that means that it does not make any money out of it yet. So as soon as you can, you want to take the advantage of those period and time, so that you know it, that how much you should expect of those particular items sale during the time and the hour of the day or the season of the year, right? So if we go through this, right, I won't be able to explain you everything, but the reason why, because I don't have to, because you know it looking at the graph, right, and with the informations that I have shared you in a brief. So the purpose of this method is to identify the product items and a date that are selling high and low, right? And this method increases efficiency of the production line as well. So let's say for example, you have a busy hour on Fridays, Saturday, right? Or 1 or 2 days of the week. That point of time with your DPR record, you will know that what date or what time you have a very busy hour. Based on that, you want to cut down on some of the menu, so to speed up the other process for the items that are selling. That's the first thing, right? On that particular date, you can cut down on the items, some of the items that you're not selling, not making any much sale. You want to just keep of those. Keep about like no more than 10 items that you can offer to in during the business hour, right? And that will increase your efficiency and uh, speed up the production line. The second thing is that staffing is something that you will be able to figure it out very easily. You will know that how many staff that you would require, and you will be able to schedule accordingly. You don't have to have overhead staff because it's not necessary, and you don't even have to have a less staff because you think you can do it, but you will be able to balance everything based on this report. So the keynote for this content, right, for this DPR is the DPR must be complete during starting and ending of the day, which is very, very important. So whenever you are trying to work on a DPR, try to make sure that you have 15% left over of whatever you produce during the day. The reason why you want to keep at least an average of 15% left over to see the actual graph, right? Let's say you have a 15% which is left over, then you know it that particular items wasn't selling that much. But if you try to keep 15% by end of the day, and if it goes less than 15%, then you know it that product was selling for the day. Now you have the key to identify which products is selling the best during the day or of the week, of the year, or of the month, right? So this this is actually a very technical concept, but the way I'm trying to explain to you is that you can do it yourself, right? There are a lot of contents based on this, but it's kind of a very complicated to understand. But I hope this is kind of easy to follow for you guys, because you just have to make sure that uh, looked at your number. Your POS system will have all the details if you're using any POS system. If it's not, then do have the kind of a hard copy of this printed out, keep in your cashier desk and write it down every day, right? Whatever you can to make sure that you have the proper record. The reason why, because this actually has helped. I work with about 1,200 independent business owner since the last 4 year, and believe it or not, people who use this DPR system with their own design, many people has taken the advantage of it by minimizing the loss, the return, the damage, and at the same time their productivity increase, because they know that what point of time of the day, of the month, of the year is the busiest time, and they are able to get themselves set and ready with their staffing, right? That is the way that you are supposed to manage your business, run your business, and operate your business. Alright guys, hope this content was useful for you. If it does, then please do share what you got from this content for today. Alright, and if you'd also like to share your feedback, your thoughts, your suggestions, please feel free to share in the comment section, and I will make sure that I will reply to all your questions as much as I can. And also please do feel free to follow us on Instagram with the Virtual Kitchen Resource, and also you can join us on our Facebook group, that is Virtual Kitchen Resource. Alright guys, until next video, you guys have a good day and take care.